Hey everyone, let's talk about a hot subject in the sports medicine world, whether to ice or heat when it comes to acute injuries. Now, in the past, providers have typically given the RICE protocol when it comes to acute injuries. RICE protocol was originally termed by Dr. Gabe Merkin back in 1978. And then in 2013, Dr. Merkin came out and saying that he was wrong when it came to the RICE protocol. New evidence has been showing that icing with acute injuries can actually delay the healing process and potentially make the tissues not heal as strong. So with the new evidence, we're really shifting into a new acronym, which is what I want to talk to you guys about today. That new acronym is peace and love. It's kind of a two-part component, but they all work together in order to help facilitate the best recovery from an acute injury. The first portion of it is called peace, and this is really where the immediate care is, the first 1 to 7 days or more, depending on what injury you're dealing with. Now, P stands for protect. We're not necessarily going to rest the tissues, but instead we're going to add movement into it, but in a safe way. We don't want to do anything unpredictable or something that's new that we might re-injure that area in. E is going to be for elevate. If it's able to raise above the heart, we want to do that as often as possible to help improve the blood flow in that area. A is going to be to actually avoid anti-inflammatories like NSAIDs or icing. We want that inflammatory response in our body to be as natural as possible in order to facilitate the best healing process. C is going to be for compression. Compression is going to also help with that blood flow and inflammatory response within the body in a safer way. E is going to be educate. Now, this one's kind of an interesting one. You want to educate yourself on passive modalities that could potentially help to improve your soft tissue and the healing process and functionality after that healing has taken place. This one, you really want to trust your body's natural ability to heal itself while also trying to think of how can I get back to my sport in the best way possible. Now, the next portion of it is called love, and this is really our ongoing management of the injury, and it's going to start with loading. So loading is going to be gradually raising up the stresses on those tissues in order to start getting back to that full return to sport status. O is going to be for optimism, which is really important when it comes to recovery because we want to be smart about it. We don't want to rush things, but we also want to be conscious of intentionally stressing the tissues in a way that'll help facilitate that healing process. V is going to be for vascularization, and what this one really means is we want to start adding cardio into our treatment care plan in order to help improve the blood flow with that, again, in a smart way and in a pain-free movement pattern. E is going to be for exercise, and this is really our active approach to recovery and our maintenance when it comes to our sports-specific things. A lot of the times when we finish healing, we're just like, oh, we're good to go, and we just run and do it whatever we want to do with it, and then we get re-injured with it. So we want to be conscious of any areas that we have been injured in are going to be our weak point when it comes to our training, and we want to be extra intentional when it comes to our conditioning in order to be ready for those sports that we're playing with. So when it comes to icing or heating after an acute injury happens, let's go with more of the heating process and then jump into the peace and love protocol.